no credit or low credit, here's 5 tips that I personally use that has helped me get to an 800 credit score. Hello everyone, my name is Mariah, and on this channel I like to share with you business tips, give you guys business advice, and new grant opportunities. If that interests you, make sure you subscribe to this channel to stay up to date with all of my new content. Now, real quick, since it's 2024 and we are all on our new missions and journeys, I wanted to go ahead and share with you a few tips that has helped me get to an 800 credit score. I have researched and read books about credit, and I have finally reached excellent status. If you don't know, credit is really important, and when you have good credit, we're not even going to beat around the bush. It makes life a little bit more simpler, okay? For example, if you run into an emergency and you're a little bit low on cash, you can always depend on your credit or your credit card to help you get through some financial emergencies. I love having good credit. Overall, it has made my life much easier. Now, I have taught my family and friends and other people in general ways to build their credit. So I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of the most important tips that you should know to help you build or repair your credit. Number 1, keep your credit utilization under 30%. If you can keep it under 10%, that's even better. For a simple example, let's say you have a credit card with a $1,000 credit limit. You're going to want to only spend 30% of that credit card. So 30% of $1,000 is $300. So what that means is you don't want to spend any more than $300 every single month on that credit card, because it's going to show credit bureaus that you are really responsible with your credit card and you're not continuing to max out your credit cards, and you just know what you're doing. And over time, that's going to help boost your credit score. So number 2 and number 3 are going to go together. Make sure you're paying your credit card off in full each month, and pay your statement 5 days before the due date. If you pay your credit card off in full each month, that's also going to show that you're really responsible with your credit, and you just don't want to leave a balance on your credit card statement for the next month, because if you do, that can drop your credit score. You definitely want to pay it off in full every month, but make sure you're paying it off a few days before the due date, typically around 5 to 10 days before your due date, because just because you pay your credit card off on the due date, sometimes the credit card companies will send the balance that you currently have to the credit bureaus even before your due date. So to make sure that you have zero balance on your credit card statement, pay it off a few days before your due date. Number 4, don't run your credit unless you really need it. When you continuously go out and run your credit, those are going to be either soft pulls or hard pulls on your credit. Now, soft pulls usually don't affect your credit, but hard pulls are going to affect your credit. It's going to drop your credit score by 1 point, even up to 6 points. Okay, so if you go out and let's say you apply for a car, it could drop your points by doing that. If you really need a car, it's okay. But let's just say you're playing around, you want to see how much you can get approved for. Just because you have good credit does not mean you can go out and see how much stuff you can get pre-approved for or approved for, because over time, that's going to negatively impact your credit. Why? Because it's going to be a constant pull on your credit report. Every time you pull your credit report and it's a hard inquiry, it will drop your points. Usually it will only affect your credit score for a few months, but if you work really hard on your credit, you don't even like to see 1 point drop off your credit. I hate if I ever see a point drop on my credit score. It's like gut wrenching, because you work so hard to build up that score and you don't want it to drop at all. But hey, sometimes you pay your credit card statement on the due date and you go back and you're like, what the heck did I do? Oh, I paid it on the due date and they reported it early. Oh my gosh, it has happened to me before, but you know, it's not the end of the world. It can be fixed. Last tip, monitor your credit at least once a week to make sure there is no unauthorized items on your credit report. A really good app that I like to use to monitor my credit report is Credit Karma. No, this is not sponsored. They have been working really hard to make sure that the credit scores are accurate. So I think now I give them an A+ for what they're doing. You can download Credit Karma for free. Once you download the app, put your social security number and all your information in, it will pull up Equifax and TransUnion. If you would like to view your Experian credit score, you'll have to go to the actual website, but you'll be able to view Equifax and TransUnion, and it'll show all of your hard inquiries, all of your balance dues, all your open accounts, all your closed accounts, just a lot of important information that you can easily track on Credit Karma. I go on there at least once a week to look at it, make sure everything's correct. And if you find some unauthorized items on your credit report, you can easily dispute it through Credit Karma. They'll send you all the information you'll need to dispute it with the credit bureaus directly. And that's just a good way to make sure nobody is using your social security number who should not be. All right. All these important tips plus more are available on my credit repair program, and it's currently on sale for $15, which is a really good deal. I wanted to just make sure that everyone who truly needed help repairing or building their credit could have access to it. So yes, it's only $15, you guys. My website. Now, this website took me about a month and a half to complete, and I compiled several years of all of my credit knowledge into this one course. I wanted to make sure I included the most important things that you should know about credit. And yes, my credit score is actually 800. I'm going to show a little picture right here. If you scroll down, these are going to be a few family and friends and associates that I actually helped them build their credit. This is a picture of the type of car my friend got after she built her credit. And these are just going to be a few reviews from some other people that I had helped build their credit. A little bit of the backstory about me and how I got to an 800 credit score. If you go to click here to start, it'll take you to the page to check out. And this is going to be everything in the curriculum. I have a mixture of video portions, and then I also have portions that are article portions, so it's a mixture of both, so you will not get bored with this course. I really just wanted to make sure that everyone out there who needed it could afford it. So yes, it's only $15. I'm never going to change the price on this. And it is jam-packed with just all the things that you need to build your credit. And I promise once you get into this course, you're going to love it. Like I said, it's just filled with a bunch of stuff. If you would like to go ahead and check that out, head on over to letsbuildcredit23.teachable.com, and I will leave it down below in the description box as well. But anywho, those are going to be 5 tips that you should implement into your credit schedule to help you build and repair your credit each and every month. And I promise you, with a little bit of hard work and a little bit of time, your credit score will be shooting through the roof, okay? I'm gonna leave the video off right here. If you have any questions or concerns, make sure you comment them down below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give me a like, and for more, make sure you subscribe.